Good morning. It's Sunday, Father's Day, and I'm so very happy that you recovering addicts, I'm a recovering addict, that we allowed the privilege of being in our clear minds and enjoying a holiday with our family and loved ones. Yeah, Father's Day, you know, it's a special occasion for a man to know that his children appreciate the hard work, the effort, the endless sleepless nights, not enough hours in a day to accomplish what needs to be done. But daddy is always on the job doing what he needs to do for the family. And that is a man's job to take care of his family. But when we talk about recovery, addiction destroyed us as a person. It tore us up. It eliminated loved ones and friends from us because of how devastating addiction can be. And sometimes we learn that the bridges that we cross, we can't go back over the bridge again. Meaning that we did so much damage in our addiction that a person cannot see that we are recovering and we are a different person today. There are people that will hold your past against you for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter how much good you do, it doesn't matter how much change you make for yourself to better yourself. Some people will not forgive your actions. And that's just a fact of life. How do you live knowing that you contribute to the situation and don't get overwhelmed? Well, what I did for me is I accepted that I had a problem. I had a major problem. I accepted that I was using drugs to medicate myself so I would not face that problem. And in the process, I got tangled up in the midst of addiction, which took me completely away from the problem that I was running from into a whole bunch of new problems that I had no idea that would keep me down the rabbit hole and destroy my life. But it took hard work, effort, perseverance to keep moving forward. Oh, but I'm a father and it hurts me because I've missed so much. It hurts me that the problem wasn't addressed in the beginning, which caused the situation to escalate and be what it is today. Do I beat myself up and say, well, if you would coulda, woulda, shoulda, if you would have did this, if you would have did that, if you would have did this wouldn't have been like this. But in reality, I don't know. I don't know what would have been different if I acted in a different manner. I'm only guessing. And I don't want to take myself down that type of expectations or possibilities that are not true because I'm already in what I've experienced and time has went by to cause things to have space and no contact. But what I want to address is I want to address the fathers. You know, pat yourself on the back because you came out of addiction. You've changed your life. You've done the right thing. You made amends to people that you hurt. Some accepted you and some don't. Some still talk about you like a dog. But you've built a life for yourself. You built a beautiful life for yourself. You've done the work. You became your own hero by doing the work, by looking at your faults and your mistakes, and you just improved yourself. Make yourself better. And your life has gotten better. You've recovery has created you a life way beyond you thought you could have. Why? Because people are not seeing you as that addictive person anymore. They're seeing something in you that shines like the sun when it's coming up into the sky. You can't miss it. You've done that. You've created your own personal family of friends and loved ones. Yes, I know you want to get back with some of the relationships that you've torn and you may not be able to. But the point is, as long as you try to do the right thing, as long as you do the work to extend, even when the door gets shut in your face, you've done your part. You've extended yourself. You allowed that person to humiliate you. You allowed that person to express their hurt and their pain. All you want to do is move forward and build a relationship that was lost. Sometimes it will happen and sometimes it won't. I still have sleepless nights. I still cry over situations that I wish I could change, but I can't. But I accept my part. I look back at the situation with a clear mind and with a clear thinking and see what part I played in it and what part the other person played in it. See, sometimes it's not all our fault. It's just the facts of life. You might have seen something, but you didn't want to pay it no mind, or you didn't want to accept it. Well, it doesn't really matter now. The point I'm trying to make is that as long as you're extending the olive branch to family, friends, and strangers, you're being a man. You're standing up. You're holding your own grit. And I respect you for that. I respect you a whole lot because you are doing the work. You are trying to mend fences, but it takes two for the job to get done. Long as you leave the door open, they may come through and they may not, but it's not on you. You've done everything that you can to make amends to the situation. It's Father's Day, and those that have became their own hero and moved on and got reconnected with their wife, their girlfriend, their children, I applaud you because what was torn, you mended it. You build a more sounder relationship of using the steps in recovery to live in your everyday life to keep you focused on living your best life. And I applaud you. See, life is not easy because there's always so many curves that come down the pipe that catches us off guard, that we don't know how to react to them. We think that it's the end of the world, and we don't want to make bad choices. Or we don't want to try nothing new because we don't want to know what it's going to be like. We have no idea. We have no idea. So we're scared to try something new because we feel that that's not going to work. But we know these other things. This is go this way and this and that way. We're more comfortable with that. But recovery is going down a new road, doing the next right thing. That's it. Going down a new road and doing the next right thing. So, fathers, I applaud you for your hard work and dedication to yourself to make yourself better so you can be better for your family. You are a hero. You are saving yourself, making sure your family's going to be okay. Recovery does work if you work it. This is Robert Goodman. I just want to let y'all know that I have a page on Facebook, Living Our Best Lives. That's a private page. People that are in recovery. I want to share some things that they don't want everybody to know. Also, I have two pages, Living in Recovery by me. They're open to the public. You can post joy, photos, happiness, positive things to take a person up out of a bad situation that they're feeling at that time. They get a relief from what they're feeling and let their mind go somewhere else into recovery, that it is possible, that it is possible for them. They need to see that. They need to feel that. They need to know that. And we can do that by posting on public recovery pages. It doesn't just have to be my page. I'm talking about public recovery pages. You have the power to save someone's life just by some positive words, or somebody might see that something that you post and it means so much to them that they contact you. Then you draw a relationship with somebody in recovery They may need your wisdom and understanding of what you've been through to guide them through what they're going through. In order to keep recovery, we must help others. Because if we don't, we'll forget. We'll forget how bad recovery is. Because, see, the mind, the mind, negative things, the mind pushes it to the back. It doesn't want us to be focused on the negative because it hurts. So, the pain of the of bad choices and bad situations, they get pushed back. But then what happens is it gets mixed with the good and the bad, and then we got a gray area, and we have problems. So life is a learning experience. You're gonna have good days, bad days, indifferent days. But what I've learned is that every day is different because I never know what to expect. You know, when I was working on construction, doing construction work, you go to work with one projective, one idea that this is what you're going to do for today. But when you get there, the whole situation can change. And then it could change about 15 times. Why? Because life is in session. There's always situations and problems that come up. And construction work is the best way to look at life because there's a whole lot of you got to deal with permits. You got to make sure that noise pollution, dust pollution. You got to make sure that uh, when when the site is closed down, nobody's stealing the materials. I mean, it's so much. It's so much involved in building something, and it's the same thing with recovery. Recovery is a lifelong journey in living your best life. You'll learn to make better choices the longer you've been in recovery. You'll be making more wiser choices as long as you stay in recovery. So, fathers, I want to wish you all a happy Father's Day. Enjoy whatever the family has planned for you. Thank you for being my hero. Thank you for showing me that recovery can make you be a good father. You have a great day.